Okay, this is the room we're going to investigate for spiritual energies.
And beings.
Are you a being?
Until you see this.
Okay, we're gonna...
It was a dark, stormy night. The fog was rolling in. It was thick and heavy, almost to where I couldn't even breathe.
Welcome to Spook 101. Today we're just going to look... Tonight we're going to look into this room to see if there's any spiritual energies. In my suspect, a portal. You don't want...
A portal, yes, but I'm not feeling it. So when I came in here, I got like really good energy. Because Kenny and I stayed here too. So
Others have stayed since the witch
again, it
left.
was since the witch left.
That just busted up too much. Well, this was Witch HQ. Through these very windows, and looking down over there, I would be spied on. It was scary. Very scary. Horrible, even.
It was a dark, stormy night.
Dark, stormy night. Okay, here.
Okay.
Can you hold on to this?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, there he goes.
Okay, I'm going to use this for audio. Please
It was a very clear morning with a rainbow.
Good, now that we're recording. Yes,
We're clapping.
we're a little bit better. So we have brought along a few tools.
Here. What do you want to do with this?
I'll hold it then.
Okay. Oh.
This is an EVP. It's
Cool.
we're gonna put this where you can maybe
Cool.
see
Yeah,
it.
I'll go.
Put it off to the side there.
Sweet. I don't have to press anything. I just go around.
Well, if you want to go around, here's a cat ball that operates on motion, but I don't know if we put it anywhere. Let's just put it here in the bed.
Rockin' the cat ball. Rockin' the cat ball.
It's going
He
off.
really likes it. He rocks the cat ball. He rocks the cat ball. Cool. Okay.
Now, if there's a lot of
Okay.
a lot of curses and hate will draw evil spirits. And
Oh, so we have to curse?
no,
Oh.
we're wondering if there's anything left. This is a basic proximity meter. Is there something we could put this? You just can't be near it.
Run over and I'll show you. Okay.
What?
I said bend over and I'll show you. Is there somewhere we can put this?
Bend over, I'll show you.
Bend over and I'll show you. Here. Just tell me it's here.
Just put that down. Okay.
So if I do this on the walls and everything, it looks like a stud finder to me.
It basically is a stud finder.
Oh, okay.
So, oh gosh. Let's do a basic sweep.
Yeah. Let me enter.
We don't have that much camera battery. Show the camera. Nothing. Go over here. This side.
I'll do the whole sweep.
Alright.
This is where you're totally like cranking me. Like it's a step finder. And you're like, whoa, she'll fall for anything.
I'm thinking it probably is. It's EMF.
Okay, that's just my hand.
Yeah.
Hold on. One second.
Okay. What was that? Go back to where you were? Okay. Is there any spirits in here?
Maybe.
Apparently not.
There's no studs either.
Thank you. This is
I was your brother to say,
the spy portal.
you don't need a stud finder. I'm right here. Okay.
Is she like sniper heat down at me? Let's try over here. All right. Nothing going on right there. Okay, this one has audio. Well, the sweep is basically, well, they do a sweep where base level.
Yeah.
Okay, base level. We have cat ball, and we have this other one here, the ghost box.
Yeah,
with the.
that's what I thought we did. So
No, we didn't do that. We just did. No, this
This
one's
one,
this
yeah.
one's the K2.
okay,
This one's electromagnetic, so
okay.
it is a stud finder. If there's electricity going through it, try to turn on the light. Let's show our
Sorry, Jeff.
light thing. We have a light. We had troubles with this light. We couldn't turn on lights in this room. And this light that's on now,
Before it like goes out because it was making noises.
it basically fizzles out.
Yeah.
So here it is. Okay, I'm going to fizzle out now. Well, how would you tell if there's ghosts in a place like this? Or not ghosts, like as in dead people, but as in
Just kind of,
bad spirit.
well, not a bad spirit. Like, let's conjure up the good ones. And like, I feel very airy right now. I don't feel like there's no heaviness in here.
Well, there's...
You know, some moments when you like walk into a room, you're like, well,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I have done to this room is I've said the St. Michael's prayer
Good.
many times.
Good.
And I said, you cannot use this room
You've left.
as a portal.
Good. Yeah. No
That-
double vortex.
Yeah. That being said,
Thank you.
let's turn this around.
Turn around.
Turn around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Can I turn this off?
If you want to.
Sure.
Okay, it didn't fizzle out like we had thought before.
No. It was.
So, here's a little ghost box. It is in a place where, well, this cat ball is on. Okay, so it's working.
Rocking the
cat
cat
ball.
ball.
So if things move, it will go off. And we can use K2, same time. And this.
Cool.
So I'm not on this thing. Piece of furniture. That dog's sitting there. Hi.
Aloha. No, okay.
Is this gonna go start?
Youth.
Uses people.
Is there anything wrong with this room, spirit-wise? Nothing. Is there a portal?
If there are good spirits here, let them be known. And how many? 3.
Okay.
Push.
Oh, I touched that thing. So, or we'll do a EVP at the same time. Okay, this is gonna. So, ask some questions, right?
Yeah.
So, how about the good spirit question?
Yeah.
There are 3 good spirits here. Let them be known. We welcome them.
Were there any evil spirits conjured in this room? Are good spirits stronger now? Are there any spirits here? Who? Thanks for talking or not talking. Here. Here, let's just do the replay. See how it sounds. Okay, this is gonna... So ask some questions, right?
Yeah.
How about the good spirit question?
Ed. Teacher.
There are 3 good spirits
Excited.
here. Let them be known.
Warning.
We
Government.
welcome them.
Patricia. Grandmother. Job. Country.
I don't know what to.
Patience.
Okay.
Were there any evil spirits conjured in this room? Are good spirits stronger now? Are there any spirits here? Who? Thanks for talking or not talking.
What was that? Was it who? Was that you?
That was me.
Okay.
I said who.
Okay.
So,
That's one thing I picked up on. I was like, what?
yeah, I got a who. You know, it doesn't look like anything's talking.
No.
And this box right here, this one here, was going off when that dog sat on the bed,
Yeah, it went off.
or I picked up something.
Something happened.
Well,
And
because
then
you sat on the
like,
bed and it
yeah.
moved it.
So it says, teacher, boy, excited, warning, government, Patricia, grandmother, job, country, patience.
this is
Rocking the cat ball. Rocking the cat ball.
cat ball that was happening today. I don't know if that makes any sense. There's nothing happening here, even though this will go off.
That was strange. I was like, what?
Oh, this was off. Now it's doing a
This
little
isn't-
dance
Oh, it is. It did. Hold on. Was that
because that's the
the
phone.
phone?
There's electricity in it.
Yeah.
And electricity is making magnetic waves, and it's picking up the magnetic waves.
It's electric.
That's electric making magnetic waves.
It's electric.
So take this away? No
It's
good.
not electric.
See, this is some.
It's electric.
It's, and this
It's
one,
electric.
it does it when it wants to.
Rare.
So I don't know. What do you think? Is this house been cleaned?
Yeah, I think you cleanse it so much when you do the blessing. I don't feel any bad energy in here whatsoever. None.
Oh,
It's
this-
very... Yeah, it just feels really good, airy in here.
So, and your general feel of it,
Yeah,
it doesn't feel really negative.
not at all.
I think it's been purged.
I think you did it. Like when you said you cleanse it, you did the blessing and everything. Yeah. Nothing's getting picked up on right now.
So,
I say we go
I
to
think
another vortex.
we've purged this place
We've
out of
purged-
fear from before. But let's try something else a little bit added on. Maybe we can catch something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh,
I didn't screw it.
this is not the mill.
You're the one screwing it up. Oh!
This is this is not Cecily DeMille's production.
No, we're doing this until we fall off. Hold!
Old woman.
Hold, woman! Hold it! Hold it!
I will hold him now.
So, we're in the backyard, and we're saying to have, if we're having any spirit stuff.
Oh,
This is
what?
proximity meter.
Oh, because you have your finger, okay.
If anything gets close,
Into
Like-
proximity.
it only detects evil
If it's
demons.
within- yeah.
It's supposed to detect spirits if they're close and break this little energy field here. So this will go off. It's a proximity meter. I've never had it go off. What do you think of the proximity meter?
Well, if I get close to proximity, then it will go off.
Hold, please. Hold, woman.
Hold, woman. If I am close in proximity, then it will go off. Yes.
Wait. Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
There is somebody in proximity.
Shut the hell up, woman. No, she's my sister-in-law. Yes. She likes. She wants me to do that.
No, I just met this guy.
Yeah. Testing. So this
I thought you were snapping at me to get you food, sir.
I was snapping at
Master. Yes.
you. Listen to me.
Yes. I listen. I try.
Okay. So, Natog, please tell what I told you to tell our audience. Like and subscribe.
You must like and subscribe. Yes.
No, about the spirits.
You must like and subscribe about the spirits. Yes.
What are your honest thoughts? What do you think about the proximity?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about
We're
that?
on Black Point. Can I say?
Well, just say it then.
We're on Black Point on the edge of glory. The ocean is amazing. So we're getting the energy right now. So we were up in one of the rooms upstairs, and then I was like, let's go outside. Let's feel the air. Like, let's check it out. So I think it's more vibrant, like right now, outside.
It's windy.
We had
it's chill. It's outside.
Yeah, and we had the supermoon
A few days ago.
A few days ago. So I think there's a little bit of trailing from that.
There's trail.
So we're trying to pick up on it right now, yes.
Spiritual trail off. So what we're trying to figure out is if there was any energy coming off from the room upstairs.
And then down here.
And we're checking out this backyard here, which is just below that room, which is upstairs. So we were talking about The Exorcist. What do you think about The Exorcist? She never saw the movie.
Never saw it.
What other movie didn't she ever see?
My
She never saw Poltergeist.
Nope.
She never saw Poltergeist. She never saw
I
The
wasn't
Exorcist.
allowed to watch the Smurfs, but my
And
parents...
she never saw 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Nope. Or Star Wars.
So we're asking her. Or she
And-
never saw Star Wars.
My mothership showed us like The Shining all the time.
Your mothership?
Yes, my mothership.
Her
Yeah.
mom took her to The Shining
No problem seeing The Shining.
at 8 years old.
Yeah.
The other stuff,
But
no 2001.
You can't watch the
No
Smurfs.
And you can't watch the Smurfs because what Annabelle the doll does her little spell, or rather the witch
Yes.
is up there.
Oh my God.
What do you think of the witch? What do you think of that?
I think she's of the West. The Wicked Witch of the West.
Now, do you think I'm going crazy, or do you think there's something to that?
This is on camera.
Well, is there no names?
This is the witch. The witch.
Is there something,
Yes.
or is it nothing to think about?
No, there's something there with you. But upstairs, like you cleansed it, and
St.
the
Michael's Prayer.
energy is very light. It's very airy up there. I don't feel anything like negative at all.
Yeah.
I'm not all knowing, but I don't. You know, sometimes I
When-
walk into a room and I'm like, ugh, like I
She's
want to
got
like.
feelings,
I do.
but you're not supposed to, woman. She's
I've
not
got a
supposed to have
feeling.
feelings,
Ooh, ooh.
but she has done wrong and had feelings. Why are
I'm
you
not
laughing,
supposed
woman?
to show them. I'm not just supposed to show them outwardly right
No,
now.
we're joking there. But when I lived, well, I still live here. When I live here, and the witch was up there, she'd look out that window and direct hate. Oh, that went off.
It went. You merged. So move in
Or
again.
it went out like that, and then that thing.
Oh my gosh!
It
Yeah,
beeped. That's the proximity meter.
yeah. And so when you did it again, it didn't do it. So that was like legit.
Well, she's like with hatred, and she'd like focus it like a sniper out that window. I walk out of my room, daylight, nighttime, and she's like spying on me, and you could feel it. Do you ever get the feeling in the eyes in the back of your head, someone's staring at you? You feeling that someone's staring at you, turn around and someone's staring at you?
Yep.
Those things?
I got a feeling. Ooh, that tonight's gonna be a good night. Mazel tov.
We're running out of battery. We're getting that thing going.
Oh, we gotta talk faster then.
Well, I don't know. Let's just do it till it goes. And we'll have a conclusion.
Yeah.
So, the witch thing, you think there's something to it? Because of hatred will like attract like, and then that hatred, and then there could be
there's avoidance.
avoidance. Avoidance of what?
Well, which are we talking about? I'm joking. There's avoidance between two entities,
Two people
two people that,
are
when-
repulsive to the max.
yeah,
Me
It's like-
one, which other? Yeah.
sometimes negative does not equal a positive.
Well,
Is that hardcore math right there?
no.
Two negative equal a positive.
Like magnets or something.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, polar opposites, complete.
But, okay.
And it's okay.
The politics of the family aside,
Just breathe.
the thing about the witch thing and the curses thing, I do believe there's something to it. I think that with the evil hating, that demons can be conjured with the hatred.
Yes, yeah.
And
If that vortex is willing to be open.
if there's evil spirits happening, they can't attach to others. And I'm saying
Energy vampires.
energy vampires, and I'm saying the witch is doing the hexing by, it's like throwing an evil entity to attach on someone and fuck up their life.
You just have to bounce it off you.
You just have to always look on the bright
Side of life.
Always
Look on right
the
side of life.
When you look at it, the witch is a piece of shit. I can edit it right out.
You just.
So, if you're needless,
Oh my god, that was only from Toastmasters.
if you're stupidly
At
happy,
Toastmasters,
be
we
happy
couldn't-
and
yeah.
thank God, or you're ever loving,
Ever been.
ever mother
Yeah.
loving higher power, whatever it is,
Beep.
whatever
Beep.
it is.
I'll beep you.
Do you think there's a God?
Beep. Of course there is.
Do you think there's a devil?
Of course there is.
Yeah. Like a lot of people will not say that much.
Oh no, it's legit.
See,
How do we even exist as people?
did you have like what's your closest, your own personal ghost story that you know something was a ghost event, or it was something that you definitely, what the hell?
Can't explain. Yeah.
You can
No, my
What?
family,
someone.
because I have three sisters,
You got three sisters.
and growing up in Los Angeles area, our house was beep beep, beep beep,
If
toot
you-
toot,
yeah.
beep beep. Toot. Yeah, no, we'd hear footsteps.
But you weren't that close.
I didn't do it. I didn't do anything with my hands. You can rewind it too if you want.
It's not on camera. It's off the camera. But you
Yeah.
can hear it.
Yeah.
Continue. Your three sisters.
May I?
Yes.
Please.
Quickly, woman.
Woman. Where's woman? Yeah, we would hear. So going through the
does
house.
not have batteries to spare.
I know it. Very nice. It's very. Cliff Notes, not novel. Yes, yes.
I'm expecting new
Yes, I
models
go
any
through-
moment now.
Yeah, sweet.
You are not one of them. So quickly.
Right now, women.
Woman.
Yeah. So the ghost would walk through our house. It'd go through the kitchen. Then you'd hear it go through the living room and then down the hallway
This is where? California.
in California, Los Angeles area.
That beeped.
Gosh. And I didn't. Yep, my hands are here. Yeah,
Okay.
so there'd be a ghost, and it never went in any, but like it didn't go into our rooms. It never went into our bedrooms. It was just like, okay, going through the kitchen, the living room, down the hallway, and boom. And then we have neighbors that
had
had their door handles actually shake.
So we thought.
So we thought maybe it's because the four houses were built by the same contractor. So we thought maybe it was something like that, but no. there's something more.
The dead contractor's coming back to check out his houses?
I don't know. I don't know. Then my mom thought, because it happened like in the late 80s, so my mom thought it's her mom, like my grandma Harriet.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, is it you, Mom? You know, my
Yeah,
mom wakes up.
Asked.
Well, I've asked before, and then my mom will take naps, and she wakes up and she goes, Mom! Mom! And my mom's 76. So she still wakes up during naps many times and yells for Mom. Her mom. And she goes, it's so weird. It's like she was just sitting here. And I was like, yep.
So maybe it's her, or, yeah, I don't know. Nighttime dreams. It's hard to say. How about you? Encounter. You said walking through the house, and the kitchen, and the hallway.
Yeah. That's what I said. Like
What walks through? You hear footsteps?
Footsteps, yeah. And we were on a foundation. Like my mom still lives in the same house, so we're on a foundation, and there's a definite. We have wooden floors, so people go, "Oh, the house was just creaking." It's like expands, contracts, humidity, whatever. No, this is legit. Like don't. Like you can actually almost watch it go through. And then my sister's like, I was with my sisters one night, and my sister Christy and I, we shared a room, and then Andrew and Heather shared a room. And we went into Andrew and Heather's room, and we're like, do you hear that? Oh my God. And we all just like hunkered down in the room. They had a day bed with a trundle. And I was like, oh my gosh. And we all just like were frightened. Like all night long we stayed up and just was like, we hear this going through the house right now. And my mom heard it before we did. My mom heard it and didn't want to tell my dad, like, because she thought she was going crazy. So she's like, oh boy.
Footsteps through the house. How long did that happen?
Oh, multiple years.
Multiple years?
But the thing that happened that set my mom off, when she's like, okay, it's not just me. My friend Sarah Yeager was spending the night. She was my best friend. And my sister Christy, they're both night owls. I went to bed. We're all laying in like the living room. We're watching movies. It probably was The Shining, by the way.
Okay, it wants to keep me out of this shot. It's an automatic gimbal thing. So do I want you to finish the story?
So then what happened was, long story longer. You're going to be here for hours. Okay? Long. You're like, speed it up. Yeah, so my best friend Sarah Yeager was in the living room with my sister Christy, and I was there, but I fell asleep. They were watching Saturday Night Live, and I was like, we had this huge coffee table, which I was like to be underneath it, like a little fort. And so in the kitchen, Tupperware came out of like the cupboard, and then her shoe that was like on a table fell off, and nobody was there. Like, we're in the living room. So this happened in the kitchen, and then my mom and dad, it was definitely past midnight, slumber party, and they ran into my parents' room, Sarah and Christy, woke up my parents, and like, kids don't do that. You don't want to get away with it. Like, oh, we're going to stay up till midnight. We're watching TV. It's past our bedtime. Yeah.
It's going to be equally lit instead of...
Yeah. So yeah, they ran in. Thank you. They ran into the bedroom, woke up my parents, and then that's when my mom finally said, I've been hearing this for a few weeks, and I thought I was nuts. And my mom legit was like, I'm hearing stuff, like, oh my gosh, I have 4 kids. Am I going cuckoo? No.
This is footsteps.
Footsteps. But then that happened with the Tupperware coming out of the cupboard, and then the shoe falling off the table.
Okay.
And then that's what sent Sarah and my sister Christy into my parents' room while they're like middle of the night, and it was like, oh my gosh. And yeah,
in this house,
and I slept through it all.
In this house, above my room, I'm sort of like on ground level, but the house is elevated.
Yeah.
So my room is not part of it's underneath. I have to go outside the steps. So above my room is a baby grand piano and a door and a living room space.
Did you ever worry about the piano giving in and the floor giving in?
during hurricanes,
Yeah.
it has
Like,
crossed my mind.
Oh my gosh.
I had
never thought about
I had
that.
nightmares about my room being tilted and flooding. And in Texas, I had this nightmare. Well, it was a really, really messed up dream. My room was tilted, and water was coming in. It was almost
Oh
like
no.
like
Now
a-
you're gonna make me panic. Yeah.
And I was in Texas.
Your nose is up here like this.
Not that close, but it was like flooding. I was like, oh man, oh god. And I was thinking about the piano. And the next morning when I woke up, my phone was just bombed with a bunch of emails about the tsunami in Japan. There's an earthquake, tsunami,
So you picked up on it before it even happened, basically.
and it didn't quite hit Hawaii, except for someone's boat got a ding in it.
Yeah.
But in Japan, it
That's,
really
that's why they called it a dinghy.
Oh, what I put up with to be a little small filmmaker. Yes,
Dinghy.
that's why they call it a dinghy. That's for sure. It was like
You're very welcome.
I did a painting on that too. It's really interesting. But it's like
Did they get dinged?
I had a foreboding dream of the tsunami, but it was entering my room. But tangent. I was in my room, grand patio above it, and this is back when my father was alive, some like 8 years earlier, at least 10, long time ago. So my dad was alive at the time, but I'd hear footsteps. This is like at night. I'm down in my room. I'm gone to sleep, so it's got to be like 10:30, 11-ish range of nighttime, or maybe earlier. And I hear these like footsteps, like
You're from upstairs or in your room?
in my room. I hear the steps, like the floor creaking.
Yeah.
And there's only about 4 steps, so it starts in the middle of
Cool.
like right before the door. You
Yeah.
see, like if it was like about 4 or 5 steps
Like
before
right
that
to
door.
TV and then.
So right by that piano, and then it stopped, and that's it. And one time it bugged me, and I went up there and looked, and there was nothing there. And I didn't think
Your
about
parents
it.
weren't up.
You just reminded me with the footsteps.
So your
No, my
parents
parents-
weren't up. They were
No
asleep.
one was up. They were asleep on that side of the house. And also in my room, this is a while back, I'm just remembering these little teeny things. In my room, in the upper corner where the 2 walls hit and the ceiling, and there's this corner of the room, upper corner of the room. And I have a shelf with some bottles on top, like old sea
glass and stuff. Yeah.
no, full
Or-
bottles.
Oh, okay.
Who picks up sea glass? Just
I do.
colored glass. Come on! Colored pieces
And
of glass.
cut, punch.
It's worn! The glass is worn, it's not sharp.
Norman,
If you put them all in a bottle, they're different colors. Hey,
if
gotcha.
you get blue, it's very rare. Cobalt.
Blue's goes.
It's called cobalt.
It's blue. It's a
Blue.
rare. It's a rare one. Woo, I
Brown
found
in
a
the
rare
green,
one.
whatever.
No, you can't. You go snorkeling and get the bottles, the old bottles, the kind. Anyway, so there's like a collection of those up in the corner of the room. See, we love that. We love that dog. We love that.
Oh my god,
dog.
you cracked me up.
Too bad she's gonna be leaving. Well, let's do something on Zoom maybe.
Yeah, we can do that.
And so up in the corner of this room. Okay, so picture this. I'm asleep, pretty much asleep. It's night. It's dark in my room. Or just before early. This is like
Oh, it
2
wasn't
o'clock.
bright at night in your room?
The lights weren't on. It's like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, kind of shit. And I'm there, and I hear this like music, and it wasn't like dun, 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 like not like a song, but like if somebody was practicing. You ever been in band and someone's in band practice and they're practicing?
This one time, I
And
was at band camp.
No tangents. But you ever hear that person who's practicing the oboe or the trumpet off in another room? It's like they're playing one note. And it was like that.
And then
And
what?
it would end with a solitary note that was like. But it was really, really super faint, and sometimes it would be kind of musical-y, like something out of the 20s. It's like, what the fuck? And I couldn't understand. I'm thinking it's a radio next door. There's nothing.
It's a radio. Oh,
It wasn't even Mexican radio.
oh, oh.
I'm on a Mexican
Radio.
radio.
Oh.
And with all these bad references to a time probably before you were born, like and subscribe. We love you, youngsters. We're getting old now. We're getting old. Welcome to
Because we're
the.
so entertaining.
Yeah, it's just like you thought the old people were bad now. Oh, we're the old people now.
You
It's,
just-
it's game over.
You just wait. Young.
You should get started. Get off the yard.
You just wait.
You damn millennial. What are you doing?
They're
Why
liking us.
What do you think you're doing?
They're
you
liking us.
generation, whatever the. So
XYZ.
I went up and I checked it out. I took my ear, which was attached to my head.
It is
Yeah, I gotta.
to the knee
I gotta
bone,
be-
to the thigh bone, to the
I
hip
went.
bone.
I went tiptoeing through my room like this, to try to locate the source of this very faint, because it was keeping me up at night. And I located that corner of the room, and I don't know. There's no radio, there's no electronics, there's nothing up there. Just like some old bottles, and that's it. There's a spirit attachment to the old bottles, maybe.
Maybe.
The 20, someone was like, I drank that Festa or whatever soda they drank.
1826.
In 1920, I drank that soda bottle, and now I'm gonna hunt the shit out of you with my oboe practicing. I'm getting better at it since I've been dead for 56 years. Shoot the foot. Any other ghost story?
Oh my gosh.
It blinked.
It went on.
It blinked just once, like
Okay,
that.
let me see. Hold on. Let's see. It's the graduation song.
Which is what? Chopin's wedding march. The graduation song is something like Chopin or Mendel's wedding march. It's a wedding march.
Bam, bam.
That's a wedding march.
Well, I graduated too.
Well, they use it for graduation.
Well, there's the baby birds going off now.
Now the nighttime birds.
The nighttime birds.
Okay.
What are they called?
Petrels,
Petrels.
or
Not to be confused with Earl.
they're protected birds.
No,
They're
Earl.
nocturnal.
Yeah.
And they're like little seagulls, and they're stupider than a stone. They're so dumb, it's like incredible. No wonder they're protected species, because they're so dumb. These birds are so lame and stupid. You can go up to them and pick them up.
But they're chill.
The bird had not a brain.
Bird brain.
It's a bird brain. Yeah. Well, here's the ghost story,
They're
which
amazing.
this is a campfire ghost story. It's not a real ghost story, but they would tell
There's
people.
no campfire and there's no true story.
Yeah, thank you. It's going to be forever. It's going to be hell to edit.
Ever.
They would tell this story, and this is the campfire story they tell after feeding those birds right there at night. They go, "Rah, rah." I could even add in the sound. You don't hear them outside my room. You're outside my room. They're they don't keep me up at night. They don't bother me. I don't care anymore.
I love it. It's like a lullaby.
It's like a cat.
Yeah.
It's like a cat. So, the ghost story is this. It's a campfire ghost story. It's not really true. But they would make it like it was a true story. Oh, the ancient Hawaiians. Oh, tell me about the ancient what's going on?
Oh, major.
The ancient Hawaiians, you know what they used to do? Deformed babies and unwanted
Why
babies.
did that go off?
Like the witch
That
child.
was amazing.
The demon child from Satan.
See, no matter what, your fluctuations and everything,
Yeah, fluctuations.
it
But I'm way
didn't
over
do
here.
anything.
I'm doing this, it's not doing
That's
anything.
what I'm saying, yeah.
But I move up and it's like,
Go, go.
So anyways, they would tell the story for the ancient Hawaiians when they had the unwanted babies. They would, sometimes they leave them out to die, right, from exposure, or they would throw them into the ocean. There's this point out here, the ocean.
Sell the baby.
They take the baby and then they leave it out to die. So it's like dead babies. And if you listen
This is
carefully,
getting morbid.
if you listen carefully, you hear the sound of the dead babies, and the person's like, oh.
Oh yeah, that's what Kenny was telling me that. When you guys were people.
And then you hear these nocturnal birds going, "Rah, rah," and they're like, oh my god, the babies. How do you make a dead baby
That was
float?
good. You guys,
How do you make a dead baby float?
oh jeez. This should be good.
Dead baby float.
Now, tell me.
2 scoops of ice cream and 1 scoop of dead baby. You never heard of that?
No. I mean, dead baby float. 2 scoops of ice cream and a dead baby. Where's the straw?
You never heard of dead baby jokes. Okay.
Hey, did you, what do you call a fish with no eye?
Fifth? Man, we're going 7th grade. Okay, so back to ghosts. We pretty much conclude that the witch's room, or former witch's room, if it had portal, the portal is closed. If it had
It's been blessed.
evil spirits, it's been blessed. It's clear.
There's no bad energy up there.
Free roaming stuff, I don't know. I did get an EVP, it's in one of my earlier videos. I was doing something, I was making a video. Yeah, my life is boring.
No.
Manga Smack's Why? Like and subscribe. But I'm doing a little taping of one of my shows, and I had the microphone right here, right?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good microphone. It's pretty good. It's nice microphone. I like it. It spent some buck on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Microphone. Sit here.
Like what? Maybe.
It looks like a penis.
Oh my God.
They call it a Yeti. It's a big foot.
It's a big.
It's a big foot.
Oh my gosh.
Big 10-inch. No, it's a really nice
I can't even
microphone.
comment.
It's a really nice. I got a stumper.
Yeah, you stumped me on that one.
Crude
I can't.
male crudeness. So there's this microphone. It's really nice. It's really sensitive. And I'm doing this little thing. I'm doing this little thing, and in the middle of my storytelling, I stop and take a drink of coffee. So I'm doing this, lifting to the mouth of the coffee cup, drinking the coffee. But I didn't make any slower by just drinking coffee out of a cup. And right at that point, on the microphone, it picks up,
Oh.
no shit.
Oh. Yeah.
It's something
I'm
like that.
believing it because it's random right now. It's like, whoa. This is cool.
I'm just, I was editing, I heard that back, I'm like, what? Because it sounds human, and it sounds close to the microphone. It just sounded like or something like a sigh.
Yeah, when you play it back, it's
a sigh and a moan.
Yeah.
I isolated the
Oh
clip.
my God.
I isolated the clip, and so it's like,
Yeah.
there's no other sound but that. So, but I don't think in my room there's anything in my room. I don't think there's anything bad. I say my little prayers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
St.
don't have
Michael
any bad
prayer,
energy in your.
St. Benedict medal.
Yeah.
I do enough to keep the Annabelle doll away because, the Annabelle doll?
No.
You ever heard of Ed and Lorraine Warren?
No.
Gosh.
Is this a movie?
They're the real people, ghost hunters from like the 50s into the 60s and the 70s. They investigated the
Ghost kid.
Amityville Horror House.
Oh, okay.
They got famous from that, I think. So they got this doll.
I mean, I know Charles Manson, all that stuff.
No, that's another case. Welcome to Blood and Horror. So let's go back to wherever the heck I was. I do enough prayers and I have crucifixes and stuff like that. I'm pretty well protected because the witch had been, in my view, projecting hexes at me.
And you're giving too much energy to that.
Yeah, I am. But when she comes by and everything like that, when she comes by and visits, to get money.
On her broom.
Yeah, on her broom.
But she doesn't clean.
I'll get you and your little dog too.
She doesn't sweep. She just rides it.
She doesn't sweep with that broom. I saw her on the camera. She came over.
Oh my God!
She picked up my mom to get money. But then, before she shut, my mom goes into her car, her own car, which she bought for her. But before she gets in, before the witch starts into the driver's seat, she goes off to the side, and for about 7 seconds she's off camera. So she kind of came over to this side of here.
What?
Overlooks my room. And I don't know. I looked. She didn't have anything. She didn't throw out anything in the trash. So walked over there and then walked back on camera. Like, what's that all about? She's like chicken out because she
You
knows.
sure she wasn't throwing something away or
I'm
recycling?
sure because she didn't pick up anything to throw away. She had nothing in her hand.
Maybe she had like fresh air or something.
Well, I don't know because it was off camera, but that kind of stuff is just like plagues me because she does this cursing thing.
So you think she was hexing?
And
You're already blessed. We talked about that.
yeah, so if you're really getting to the blessing and you're blessed, these hexes will go putting like ricochet off you,
Yeah, rubber.
in a sense. Bounces off me and
Sticks
sticks.
to you.
So say your prayers. So we stop this.
And out. Oh my gosh! It went off again. I said and out. See, if I do it out like this, it's not even my hand motion. And out. See?
So
That was weird.
we're pretty much, I think we're pretty much protected. I'm sure there's occasional spirits that bounce around.
Major protection here. Yeah. Oh, there it goes again.
Might be the wind, but the proximity
Everyone knows it's windy.
meter is beeping off. So we're just gonna say like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. That dog might join us again. I know this is gonna be a really. She gotta go sleep now. Go to
You should
sleep.
just do a bunch of clips of me yawning the whole time.
Just switch up with the dead babies.
Tell the baby.
Bye now.
Mahalo. Viola. They both snorted.
Woman must get beauty sleep.
Mahalo. You want to be on camera?
How long was that shit?
Mahalo, piggy, piggy.
Well, that's
Oh, yeah,
good.
so fun.
Woman, sleep.